Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2015. And for this morning, we're going to have some areas of locally dense fog, and then I do think we're going to keep the clouds the entire day. And despite the temperatures, despite those clouds, the temperatures are going to be really skyrocketing today. Temperatures are already at record high levels when most of you are watching this video in the morning here, and that's a result of this warm front that came through yesterday. Actually, we have here. Let me show you this. What we get going on here. First of all, we have a cold front sitting right here. Lower area low pressure is up into the Great Lakes here. The warm front is actually situated up here. This is all the rain up here in this area here that came through yesterday in association with that warm front. So we are now in the warm sector. That means very, very warm southwesterly winds coming through here. It's going to allow for some incredible warmth in the 70s. For a lot of areas in our coverage area here, in mid-70s down here by Philadelphia, southern New Jersey, and Delaware. So just some incredible warmth for this time of year, and some places are going to set all-time record highs for the month of December on any day in history. So some pretty remarkable. It is a pretty remarkable feat to see that happen. We're going to go over to the NAM high-res future simulated radar and take a look at the isolated showers that have come through here through the afternoons to start looking at actually early here in the morning on the NAM here. And this is for our western areas. You get some showers here in the morning. As this moves eastward, you see it kind of falls apart a little bit. These become more isolated, very widely scattered, and this is actually mid-morning at this point. Again, then going on into, we get into the afternoon here, moves off to the southeast here and into New Jersey and in Delaware. Might even have something going on here later on in the afternoon, like more like mid-afternoon before it ends down here. But everywhere else is probably like a morning time through the early afternoon from west to east, and then we have some showers hanging on down here until that front clears into mid-afternoon here in the southeastern areas. Let's go a little bit forward from this point here and go to the next frame here. We'll see those. See the showers and storms coming through from the morning into the evening here. So you can see it's kind of falling apart as it moves east here. That frontal boundary is actually going to move to the south here, but it's going to kind of stall. You see this, so it's still sitting here. And this is Thursday. This is Thursday night overnight. High pressure is going to attempt to build in here for Christmas Day itself. So do expect it to be still do expect it to dry out here on Thursday night. Any winds that are kicking should die down as well, and they're going to have a little bit of cooler weather behind us, but this is cooler compared to what it was today. It's still going to be quite warm here on Christmas Day itself. And then this front is nearby the area here. Is actually going to come back north as a warm front, and you can see that doing that here as we get into late in the day on Friday. Most likely it's going to be Friday night overnight. We get some showers moving back north with that warm front moving back through, and it's kind of draped over us here on Saturday. So we're still into the showers here on Saturday. It's very slow to move to the north, and then once it does, it will finally move through and pull to our north. It's going to give us a brief break here on Sunday, and then I think this is going to turn around and head back down south as a cold front again. Only this time there's a cold air source behind it. It's going to be quite interesting here as we get it later, into Monday night here. We'll get to that in a second here. But here's a cold front coming through later in the day on Sunday. Again, pushes back to the south. Now you have this other area of precipitation that's going to build and head toward the area. But the problem is, it's not the same situation we have as we had to have this cold front coming through tonight or early tomorrow morning. It's not going to bring the temperatures down much at all, but this one has a cold air source. Here's a very strong high projected to be right here over southeastern Canada. At the same time this precipitation is moving through. Since it's in this position, you have winds coming out of the north here, and you have temperatures that are going to be a lot lower than they have been in recent days. Matter of fact, they're going to be about 30 degrees colder than what they have been. So temperatures here might not get out of the 30s in many locations here on Monday. Some areas will just barely get to the lower 40s. And as we get in the overnight hours here, precipitation still hasn't made it in yet. But the temperatures are crashing. You have temperatures down near 32, and here comes the precipitation. So this is a very interesting setup, and some models are suggesting that there's enough cold air here involved. Here's a 32-degree line right through the central areas, anywhere from Harrisburg over to Allentown up into northern New Jersey here. Anything north of that line is showing frozen when this precipitation is moving in. So I don't expect this to be, a big snowstorm or anything like that, but we will have to keep an eye on this because this does look like it could be a wintry mix of snow, sleet, maybe brief snow over to sleet, freezing rain, and then over to plain rain. This will change to rain everywhere from southwest to northeast. So we're not expecting this to be an all snow event or anything like that. We will keep monitoring for trends. Some of the trends we're looking at today were actually quite impressive with how far it moved the high pressure south and how strong it was. If that high pressure stays in a little bit longer, we get more of a wintry side to this. But right now we're leaning toward just brief snow over to ice and then over to rain for all areas. It might hold on a little bit longer up in our far northern areas, so we're going to keep a close eye on this and update you in the coming days. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2015. Have a great Thursday.